Well, if you have plans that involve taking the Mass Pike in or out of Boston this weekend, make sure your patience is riding shotgun. Tonight, major closures on the Pike by the 495 interchange in Newton and Weston. They begin. It's really the 95 here zone here. The highway will be reduced to one lane each way from exit 123 in Weston just before exit 125 in Newton. So let's break it down further.
Yeah, the lane changes start at 9 tonight and are expected to wrap up by 5 in the morning on Monday. MassDOT will be replacing a bridge. That work will also impact Amtrak and commuter rail service on the Framingham-Worcester line. Shuttles will run from the Framingham to Riverside stop and from West Newton to Kenmore Square.
Joining us now to talk about all of these traffic changes is MassDOT Highway Administrator Jonathan Gulliver. He always comes in the belly of the beast. It's always something really tough to talk about here. Maybe not so popular with the public, but we thank you so much for waking up early for us, and we appreciate your time here this morning.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on. I mean, this is going to be one of the most impactful projects of the year, but I think the good news is, by comparison to what we've had the last few years, this is very short. So we have 2 weekends in a row, or I'm sorry, two weekends set about 3 weeks apart, where we're going to be doing this work. So it's a really intense period of construction, but it's short pain and will be done for the year. This will be it. This will be the big one this year.
So, Jonathan, if people do have to travel through that stretch this weekend, like I do, what's your advice to them and me, perhaps?
So biggest advice, leave early. You're going to need the extra time. What we're hoping to do is we're really telling people, first and foremost, if you don't need to be coming through this area, it's not a good place to be taking a discretionary trip this weekend. So if you want to come into the city, look for a detour, go to Route 2 or another way if you're coming from the west. If you have to come through this way, use those mapping apps. They're going to get you around the best detours if there is one. Sometimes during the day, maybe the best way to get through it is to really go straight through on the turnpike. So really, if you have to go through here, use those mapping apps, make sure you plan ahead, but really leave yourself a lot of extra time. It is going to be tough going. We know that this is a roadway that takes a lot of traffic, regardless of the day, regardless if it's a weekday or a weekend. There's somewhere in the neighborhood of 75 to 100,000 vehicles that travel through this stretch. So we know people are going to be inconvenienced, and that's why we're taking this approach. This is going to get us in and out of here as quickly as possible versus doing it the traditional way, which means that we would have literally a couple of years worth of construction to replace that bridge.
Well, no one wants inconvenience, but we do enjoy upgrades in general. So let's put some butter and sugar on top of this project right now. Let's explain how these repairs will actually help commuters' lives.
All right. So overall, this is going to make this whole interchange more modernized. There's still a lot of work to do on it. We have another couple of years worth of work before you'll be on those new bridges and on those new interchange. But a lot of what this is doing is it's smoothing out the geometry of the roadway, which means that you'll have a better time getting through the turnpike onto 128 and vice versa. So it's really going to make for a smoother ride into the future and a much safer ride too. I mean, a big part of what we do is make sure that our roadways, when we replace them, are going to be upgraded for safety. So that's going to really happen. This portion here, and you have a great video up to show it right now. This is the portion that's right on the outside edge of the project area. It's a necessary upgrade. This is a bridge or a train tunnel, depending on which area you're using it by, that it has degraded. It's original to the roadway. It's at the end of its life, has to be replaced. So this is going to ensure long-term too that there's no safety issues and no surprise closures because we have to do some emergency repairs.
And just a reminder for drivers too, this is also going to be happening next weekend. Any impacts on 128 as well? I know that's not directly impacted on this bridge project, but what do you want to tell folks there?
Yeah, so first off, it's actually on June 20th is the next time we'll be doing this. So we have a couple weeks break in between. But yes, if you're traveling on 128, you can expect some residual traffic as well. I mean, this is going to have some regional impacts, and that includes some of the local roadways in Newton and Weston too. So people seeking those detours, going through other ways, you're going to experience some. But the most direct impact absolutely will be the turnpike.
MassDOT Highway Administrator Jonathan Gulliver, I know you're a busy person. We appreciate your time. We'll speak to you soon. Good luck with the project this weekend.
All right. Thank you. We'll see you.